welcome to my classroom. What we have here is a 102-year-old charmer. There is so much to love about this classroom, and I've been working so hard to make it feel like home. This is my first year in the space, but let me give you a tour of what I'm proudest of. So starting over here, this section is the classroom library. And it has a lot of books, but not all of my books, because a lot of them are actually checked out to students right now, which I'm very proud of. Everyone was able to find a book. And I just manage my checkout system on a simple clipboard list here. I can't show it to you because it has my kids' names on it, but it's just the title, the author, and the date they checked it out. So this bulletin board up here is blank right now, but I call it my Cribstagram board. It's a play on my last name. I've had this at previous schools too, but as we go throughout the year, I take a lot of pictures of my kids, just not even like the ultra fun stuff we're doing, just anytime we're doing something interactive, I grab a few pictures. And then I'll start printing them out here soon, and I just put them up on the board, and kids really love to see themselves. And especially in a little school, when you have them year after year, by the time they're juniors and seniors, they really love and hate looking back at themselves as freshmen, but they love looking at their friends as freshmen, always. All right, so beyond my group work table / lunch table, so this is a hybrid, it's a work in progress, like the whole room, but this half of this corner is my relaxation reading zone. This half is my functional teacher shelf. I don't have any kind of closed storage in here, so I'm doing what I can with open shelving. I'd like to get a few more baskets to hide some of the unsightly things, but you can see I've got my classroom novels down there, some workbooks, and random school supplies, like everybody has to have those somewhere. Fun fact, my husband and I teach in the same school. He's the cameraman today, thank you very much. And we eat lunch in here together every day, and it's so cute, but we have a bigger fridge because we have twice as much lunch stuff in here. This chair is my thrift shop find of the summer. It's super comfortable, and it was only $15, and it was clean, so that was great. This trunk is super dramatic because it's the drama trunk, and inside it is literally just full of random props and things like that. I love teaching drama, especially Shakespeare, so when we get to Romeo and Juliet in the spring, for just making drama a lot more fun. You can see we have some books. We have this nice wide windowsill in our classrooms, and so I'm trying to figure out like how to make this a little more lived in and cozy. Right now I just have a couple of my like bigger book sets up here in the Oxford English Dictionary, but yeah, any suggestions on how to make this corner a little more cozy would be great. This bulletin board is hard to access. I just wanted things that I wouldn't swap out very often. And so this is my AP language board. This is my like interactive space cat thing, so kids can come up with those up and remember the elementary rhetorical situation. And then I just have our essential question posters for our current unit up there. All right, so now let's check out the teacher zone. I'm trying to keep some books on display up here. This little bookshelf, which some students kindly put together for me, it was in a box from Walmart. I needed a place to store all of my binders, so that's what that is. I have my little laminator up there. This is everybody's favorite thing, especially the freshmen. This is the sticker box. So I don't do candy prizes, I do stickers instead. So I have like categories of different stickers in here. So if they earn a reward for something, they can get a sticker out of the sticker box. And I love to look through all the different ones and find the perfect sticker for their Chromebook or their English folder. But my desk is pretty straightforward, pretty plain, but that's fine. I gotta keep it clear so I can focus and get work done. I will show you what's getting me through this year is I splurged on Etsy. I will link her shop in the description, but this is a checklist planner, and it's a left-handed planner. So this is the first left-handed planner I've ever found, and I'll just show you like the daily pages have just like checklists, and for the lesson plans too, just checklists, and it's life-changing. I love it so much. All right, So yeah, I just keep snacks and teacher stuff in the back corner that's inaccessible to students. I try to put a little bit of like personality kinds of things on the wall over there. The artwork is an original by my daughter. I believe she was still 2 when she did that watercolor. And then some just posters I've been gifted from people through the years. All right, so this is the instructional zone up here. So underneath the Promethean board, all of this is student supplies. So we haven't really got into them too much yet, but if we need things like markers or specialty paper, headphones, that's all in here. I need to make a few more labels for some of these baskets. I'm currently trying to get this up and running. It needs a part in Promethean board. So what I've done instead that I maybe just even like better is I actually connect an Apple TV to my Promethean board, which like just has this style of remote. And then what I can do with my iPad is just use the, I think it's called AirPlay, like the feature to just whatever I'm writing on my iPad, if I'm annotating a PDF of what they're doing in the book or something like that, it projects to the board pretty seamlessly, and then I can walk around the room. I'm not like hooked up with the cord to it. So I had an extra Apple TV, so I know it's like something I provided. Everybody can do that, but it was actually a really good quick fix at the time, but I think that's just what I'm going to keep because it's become so helpful. I keep all of the pieces from my reading intervention class up here. I might do a separate video on that and how I stay organized for it. And then on my podium, if I'm like reading out loud to the class, I'm usually sitting up here in this chair, and I have my teacher's editions of materials there. And then I don't use that whiteboard all that often, but if I just need to do a quick example or something, I will write up there. This area, let's talk about the board first. Vocabulary is super important, and I'm trying to hit that really hard this year, especially with my freshmen. So we use the My Perspectives curriculum, and then there's always a unit vocabulary, which is argument based. So I keep those words up there. And then for each story we read, there's a set of words. So I have those. And in fact, I have this template that I made, and I will link this in the description if you want to get it too. So any of your words, you can just pop them right in. I just print them out and just make like a quick word wall. And then I just cut out like a picture from the page of the story to put up there too. And then my public speaking class, we have a lot of vocabulary in that. So I have that up for our unit. I use a turn-in tray system for my students to keep their papers organized. I have 7 classes this year that have things to turn in. So this is my like makeshift extra one on top. I want to see if I can find like a single drawer turn in, because I don't know why this bothers me, but it works. It keeps everything organized. And then I keep my papers organized. I have a drawer for every class for what's coming up. And then after I hand something out, I throw the extras in like the lower drawer. And then that way, if a kid is gone, I can just grab those things out and hand it to them. It's not everybody's favorite system, but it works for me because I prefer just to give kids exactly what they need instead of sending them to go digging. And yeah, so just my system that's worked for the last several years. This tablecloth is not necessarily decorative, it is functional, because I ended up with these like totes for just random stuff in here, mostly decorations and just extra material things you don't always need like for one lesson a year. But I felt like this is too visually cluttered, so I went for this butter yellow tablecloth that I felt looked nice with the farmhouse floral board. All right, last section, I want to show you. This is how I keep my board organized. I have, for every class, I just have what we're doing that day. I just write it on the board here. And then if they have homework, I put that there. At the top of this, my public speaking class, these are like the 11 areas that we're working on as speakers. And that's going to be in our rubric all semester long. So I had them actually just make a poster for it and keep it up. So we talk about those things for each speech. And as you can see, my students left me a gift today, guys. I don't know about yours, but my kids love me so much that they spelled out 6, 7 in magnets on my board. And I think that is a good place to leave it for today. And I will say this, just like in real estate, if you get a chance to pick a classroom in your building, there were a couple of options when I moved into this one. Location. And I will tell you why. There is a secret back door in this classroom. And right behind this door is the copy machine and the library. Literally every English teacher's dream, right? It's amazing. So Thank you so much for stopping by and have a great day.